Hello, sysfailure here again. Welcome back to the Ultimate Command series. In today's episode, we're looking at the execute command, which is /execute. Now, what execute does is execute a command at a specific entity. So I've got a bunch of chickens here that are all silent and set to no AI, although annoyingly they are still laying eggs everywhere. And these all happen to have names. So the first one we have here is execute command, and it's at entity name equals lcheck1. And then at the coordinates of where the chicken is, it summons a lightning bolt. So if I press the button, there we go, a lightning bolt was summoned at our chicken. Yeah, I should probably point out these are all invulnerable as well, otherwise this wouldn't work very well. Now, this one is executing at all entities of type chicken in a radius of 9, and again at where they are summoning a lightning bolt. So if I hit that one, if I stand back, okay, that was a little bit loud. I'll be turning that sound down in post-production. But you see, every single chicken in a radius of 9 had a lightning bolt summoned at it. Then we've got the next part, which is an extension on execute, which is detect. So again, I'm executing entities of type chicken in a radius of 5 of the point here. And this command is happening at where the chicken is. And then it is detecting one block beneath it. And after the detect coordinates, you put in what you're looking for, in this case, Minecraft stone of type 2. If you put -1 there, it will find all types of stone. And again, summoning a lightning bolt. So this will summon a lightning bolt at any chickens in a radius of 5 that have type 2 stone under them, which is polished granite. If we have a look, lcheck3 is the only one around that has that. So again, that's the only place a lightning bolt gets summoned, because the detect doesn't detect any of these other ones as having that under it. Now I mentioned that you can put -1 and it does all types. So here is Minecraft stone -1, summoning lightning bolts again. So all ones within range who are standing on a type of stone, which is those 3 there, all get a lightning bolt summoned at them. Now, you can also nest commands, because what you're doing with the execute, in the case of here, is obviously you've got it detecting, well, executing at the chicken, detecting the one block beneath, in this case is a lapis block of any type, although there is only one type of lapis block, and then the command that you're normally running. But you can run another execute command, and this one again is checking at types of chicken within radius of 5, and it's detecting 2 blocks beneath to see if it's got stone type 6, and if so, summon the lightning bolt. So if I press this button here, there we go. Only these 2, as it's checked, and there's a lapis block beneath them. So it's then run the next part, which in this case would be summon lightning bolt. But the next part in these ones is another execute, which checks 2 blocks beneath for type 6 stone. Both of those pass that, in which case it then summons a lightning bolt. 3 deep, I don't actually know if there's a limit to how far down you can run these. So quickly run through, execute, at the chicken, detect 1 beneath, lapis block. If so, execute, at the chicken, detect 2 beneath, Minecraft stone 6. If so, execute, at the chickens, detect 3 blocks beneath, stone type 2, and if all of that is fine, summon the lightning bolt. Which will mean if I do that, that is the only one that it will summon a lightning bolt at, actually anywhere in the world, because that's the only one that's standing on top of all 3 types of blocks. Now, every one of those commands, if we quickly look back at it, was doing it at the actual position. This is the most common use, because people normally want stuff to happen at the entity itself. Well, I've got some helpful little rabbits over here to give a demonstration of, in fact, you can actually move it around. So this one is executing at the entity of name lrabbit1, which is the rabbit in front of us. And the coordinates here are actually -2 in the z, which puts it right there. And then once it's there, actually at that point, so this command is effectively targeted the rabbit and moved over here. It detects one block beneath that point, checking if it's a lapis block, and if so, summon the lightning bolt. So if we do that, you'll see it wasn't on the rabbit because the command has moved it over here. It's detected beneath this point, and that's where it's summoned. The coordinates here, you can actually, if you want, use set coordinates in the world, which is a bit of an odd way to use this, because if you're using set coordinates, it's likely you'd probably be targeting them directly anyway. But you can do that rather than relative. But relative is the most common use. So it also means, in this one, you'll see execute -2z and detect +2. Sounds a little confusing, but all we're doing again is executing an entity of name lrabbit2, which is our rabbit here, 4 blocks -z, which is that one, and then once it's there, it's detecting 1 block down, so the block beneath, and 2 blocks +z, so it's looking for that. And again, checking if it's a lapis block, and if so, summoning lightning bolt. So it's targeted this rabbit, it's moved the command to a point here, and it's then detected here, which means that will happen. Because the command is there, its detection is offset from the command point. Important bit to remember that. Now, a little problem with nesting. Obviously, you saw the ones over there detecting, well, if it's on that and that and that, then activate the command. But it isn't actually doing all 3 at once. It's running the later ones as independent commands as long as the first one worked. So in here, we're executing a type rabbit within radius of 5. So we have 3 rabbits all within range. A rabbit 3, 4, and 5. And it's detecting for blocks just -1, -1, -1. Minecraft Stone 2, which is this one, I believe. Yep. So that's -1, -1, -1. So -1 on the Z, -1 on the X, and -1 on the Y. So that would imply that the only rabbit it would affect is this one. So if we move on to the second part, if it's detected and it said yes, that has happened. So that's fine to now run this next execute command. Again, the execute command, type rabbit, radius 5, is detecting an offset block of lapis block. So it's looking for that. So you go right, first part runs, finds that. Run the second part, finds that. This will be the guy who gets struck, yes? No. It will actually do both, because this actually detecting that's there enabled a second command to run, and the second command basically ignores the first command existed. So the second command is looking for a lapis block over there, and that has one, and that has one, though it doesn't. So it will then go, yep, that's fine. Finally, it'll run the lightning command, and the lightning attacks both of them, because both of them are fine for the second half of the information we put in. So you've got to remember that they are not actually perfectly nested and only affect one thing. They are individual commands that run as long as the first command actually worked. Hope that bit makes sense, because that gets a little confusing to some people. There you go. So that is the execute command, and you can have fun with some rabbits and chickens, having a look at it yourself, and too many damn eggs. So you can download the world in the description beneath, and any sort of queries or questions, again, put them in the comments and I will do my best to answer them. And as per usual, thanks for watching, and bye-bye. I tell you, these corridors just seem to go on forever, door after door after... What the hell? Okay, well, that was a little bit odd. Oh, it's a merry-go-round! Oh, I haven't seen one of those in ages.